I'm tired. Like, I just want to give up on everything. Like, I keep getting, let's just pray about it. Just pray about it. I am praying. When is he gonna answer me? I'm not strong anymore. I'm not. Like, I'm tired. I just want to relax and just have some peace. I can't never have no peace, bro. I am fucking tired. Like, I went to therapy. They had a whole set of names that we can call to get help for me and my child. And I tell you, we didn't call every single list. Nobody could not help us. I done went to every job fair, every job event, everything. Didn't nobody hire me. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, how is everybody else getting help? Even people that don't even need no help getting help. Like, I am tired. And I gotta stay strong because I got a whole child right here that's looking after me. I have to stay strong, but I am not strong, bro. I'm tired. I don't have no friend. My friends, family, everybody said, fuck me. I let everybody use me and use me until they can't use me no more. I was there for everybody. For everybody. Don't nobody understand me. Like, I'm on now. It's hot as fuck in this car. I have to sleep in this car. I don't have nobody out here.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton. And The Good Faith Show is only exclusively on the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Rumble, and Kick. We also on Kick as well. So we had five subscribers, 5 followers, or whatever, however they describe it. It don't matter. So how are you guys doing today? But anyway, have some shameless plugs for you guys. On the bottom of your screen right there, follow the official ATP Network Twitter account. The handle right there is at ATP Network 247. Like the video. It's free and don't cost you nothing. So when you like the video and subscribe to our channel as well on YouTube and Rumble. And also to go to GazaFunds.com. Gaza Funds is a place where you can support the Palestinians any way you can. They're still going through. I mean, like, every day it's a new story coming from Gaza. It's always something horrendous, you know. Every time I get on Twitter, it's always somebody, a Palestinian mourning over there, lost a loved one. It just, this is why I stayed away from the timeline for a significant period of time. It's because of that, in particular. Like, I understand a lot of my comrades say that, hey, this stuff people need to see this. Yeah, it's true. People that probably don't understand what's going on need to get a glimpse of what's happening and who Israel really is. But at the end of the day, like, I've been saying this for almost 2 years now, guys. Like, guys, what's going on in Gaza it's been happening for almost 2 years, which is utterly insanity. Um, so yeah. But anyway, I know I went off on a tangent there. So yeah, GazaFunds.com. So yeah, man, y'all seen that video of that poor working class woman. I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna break it down because I like showing the video so y'all get a full context of it. But yeah, man, this is just one of millions of people going through in this country.
I'm tired. Like, I just want to give up on everything. Like, I keep getting, let's just pray about it. Just pray about it. I am praying. When is he gonna answer?
It sounds like me, man. Holy shit. Pray about it. Pray about it. My mama, for example, pray about it. She's religious. Pray about it, Andre. Everything be all right. Whatever you're going through. Like, when I couldn't find a job, before the pandemic, by the way. The craziest thing is I stopped working at a job during the pandemic, which FedEx. But pray about it. Pray about it. I'm like. Like, I have to pay rent. Like, I was living with a roommate at the time, and he worked a shit job too. I couldn't even find a shit job for some reason. People wouldn't hire me. But like, yeah, I prayed about it, and yeah, nothing happened. Like, but again, I'm agnostic, but I believe it's a being. But again, it's like thoughts and prayers, man. It don't hit like it used to be, apparently.
to me. I'm not strong anymore. I'm not. Like, I'm tired. I just want to relax and just have some peace. I can't never have no peace, bro. I am fucking tired.
Yep, same here. Same here at one point of a time. Just like having pieces in life is just like it's like as a working class, it's like the system don't want you to have peace. If it's not one thing, it's another. It's always something, man. I'm not laughing at her, but I'm just thinking about my own life. Sometimes you get hysterical about sometimes how your life goes. Like you want peace, you ask for peace, but it don't come. But yeah, um, I let it continue.
Like, I went to therapy. They had a whole set of names that we can call to get help for me and my child. And I tell you, we didn't call every single list. Nobody could not help us. I done went to every job fair, every job event, everything. Didn't nobody hire me. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like,
Sound like me. Sound like me back in 2019. Oh boy.
how is everybody else getting help? Even people that don't even need no help getting help. Like, I am tired. And I gotta stay strong because I got a whole child right here that's looking after me. I have to stay strong, but I am not strong, bro. I'm tired. How do we have no?
You can say that with the billionaires. Like the billionaires get all of the subsidies, all of the benefits, all of the socialist things that we shouldn't get because we don't work hard enough according to the system. You know, you know. She's not talking about the billionaires in particular, but I could like insert that into what she was saying a few seconds ago about everybody else getting help except for her. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna continue.
My friends, family, everybody said fuck me. I let everybody use me and use me until they can't use me no more. I was there for everybody.
It sound like me. Even some of the comrades that I used to fuck with on Twitter, like I helped them out a lot and stuff like that. Just trying to be a good comrade, and it always seems like people always seem to stab you in the back, and it's just like another reason why sometimes you just want to give up. Like, sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know. I'm not giving to get. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna say, hey, I help people out. People should give me back. No. And if you do that, then you might as well keep the little equity you have because that's not genuine. And a lot of people do give to get, unfortunately. But as for me, man, like I understand everybody going through their own thing, right? Everybody got their own issues and stuff. But goddamn, like, just stab me in the back. Like, holy shit.
For everybody. Don't nobody understand me. Like, come on now, it's hot as fuck in this car. I have to sleep in this car. I don't have nobody out here.
And you see the end. She brought it up at the end. Well, you seen the caption, but yes, she living in this car, and it's summertime, and inside of a car it feels um, 30 or 40 degrees hotter than what the temperature says, what the outside temperature says. So she's homeless. She has no family. She tried to apply for every job she could. Nobody's hiring her. Um, she applying for assistance. Nobody's helping her. It's like, what other avenue do you have to go to, man? You know what I mean? Like, but again, you know, like, man, like I could literally do like a fucking marathon on every like TikTok video, Instagram reel video, um, or even Twitter, showing tweets of people just telling their story on how they struggling every day, how they struggling to make it, how their mental health is shot to shit. Cause let's keep it 100, man. Living in this earth, especially with this big ugly bill that got passed, like so many people finna get fucked by it. Um, like man, shit's gonna. I think shit's gonna hit the fan quicker than I think. I asked a lot of my comrades too, like, when do you think that shit finna go down? I think it's finna go down faster now because people's Medicaid is finna get cut. People's food stamps is finna get cut. Um, Like it's hell on earth, man. But I show you that to show she has a GoFundMe too. I can't believe I forgot this woman's name. They said it on the. No, I got it. It's Dominique Anderson. That's her name. Um, um, yeah. So here's the GoFundMe right here. She raised $3,560, which she should have more. And her goal is 4K, but obviously let's surpass her goal. Um, yeah, that's her. Um, her little kid, man. Like that's crazy. Like that's one thing I hate about our government. Like they always you know they always like the system takes away your child. If the parent is homeless, like this is what they understand. Now you'll take you put the child in a foster care or whatnot. When the parent is homeless. But what about the parent? Like that just don't make any sense. But parent, what I'm saying, like right now she has her child with her, um, but yeah, man, here's her GoFundMe. Um, like I always say, man, like I understand people struggling. I've been raising money for Liz and Mike, for a minute, and it's hard. Sometimes you know, it's hard, asking people to help because people ain't got it like that. That's why another avenue is to promote it. Like a lot of y'all have some nice bite-sized Twitter accounts, and y'all I know y'all on Instagram and TikTok too. Y'all can share it on there. Like that's all I ask for. You should share it. See, yeah, and then one another thing too, man. Like you ain't gotta know people to help people. I think I don't understand. Like a lot of people, some people say, hey, um, in order for me to love you, you got to do stuff for me. No, I don't. Like I don't like a lot of people on Twitter. I don't know these people. I don't know. I don't know them. I don't even talk to them personally. Like I see somebody that need help on the timeline. I try to promote whatever they got. They go fund me, spot fund, cuffed. It's another one too. Like I try to do what I can, as much as I can. So yeah, man, if you got a few bones to spare, as I always say, give it to her or, just share this. The link to this GoFundMe for Dominique and her son will be in the link in the description box below. I'm gonna pin it on this, um, I should pin it in the chat, but I just put it in the link in the description. So help her out, please. Anything helps. So yeah, man. That's what I wanted to talk about the first few minutes of this live stream. Yeah, man. I got a few things to talk about. Shout out to Iran. They told it IAEA to basically piss off. All right, guys. So yeah, but before I get to all these stories, be sure to hit the like the video. It helps us out in the algorithm. So, and I greatly appreciate all you guys watching my content, whether it's on Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick. Like, man, like, yeah, I know it's other better shows to watch beside this, but y'all coming to support me and it's really, it hits different. So, all right, guys, let me get to the first story. All right, guys. So, first thing I want to talk about is it's devastating because I have family that's on Medicaid, and my mama she's on Medicaid and Medicare, and yeah, like but I knew this was coming. You know, like if been around, if you've been covering electoral politics as long as I have, um, you know, really, to be honest with you, obviously we all know that both of these parties are the same. Democrats want this just as much as Republicans, but the Democrats they got to pretend like they don't want this, like um, because they donors want this. Their donors don't want to pay taxes. Um, so yeah. But yeah, man, like you got people on that's on these social safety net programs, man. They're getting fucked by this, and then Trump is such a psychopath. Like he's a psychopath. Like he's going around acting like, oh, this is good for everybody. This is a great bill, great bill. Oh God. But it's 30% of the population that everything that Trump does is gold, man. Like I'm pretty sure the people that voted for him and regretted it are different from the people that still support him. But anyway, this is it. Here's how Trump's mega bill would affect you. Um, you know, I ain't gonna read all this. I'm just gonna go through the main parts of it. It says seniors, students, taxpayers, children, parents, low-income Americans, and just everyone else will be affected by the massive tax and spending bill being hashed out real time on Capitol Hill. Well, when this came out, they were still voting on it, so it's already in the past. Republicans call it President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Oh God, that's insulting, man. Like, oh, it's big and beautiful when you can't go to the doctor and get treatment, or you know, or you can't even get on Medicaid. It's so big and beautiful. Um, but there have been several versions. The latest passed the Senate Tuesday with J.D. Vance tie-breaking vote. Senate Republican version of the bill differ in key ways from what the House passed in May. Both chambers will ultimately have to pass the same version to send a package to Trump's desk by his desired July 4th deadline, which is July 5th, and yeah, so um, but let me get to the main points. It says people on Medicaid, millions will lose coverage. Now, they said 17 million people will lose Medicaid coverage because of this. But let me read this. It says for many Medicaid enrollees, the biggest impact will be the New York requirement. Certain able-bodied Americans aged 19 to 64 who are enrolled through the Medicaid expansion would have to work, volunteer, attend school, or participate in job training at least 80 hours a month. The mandate will also apply to parents of children ages 14 and older. So your little kids gotta work too, according to this. Like this is just insane. And don't they so stupid. Like most Americans that's on Medicaid work. I'm in a state where you are required to work to be on Medicaid in SNAP, by the way. So like, I mean, like, wow. But but yeah, and so yeah. But let me continue. It says, in addition, expansion enrollees will have their eligibility reviewed more frequently and will have to pay up to $35 for certain care. Oh God! So basically, if you're on Medicaid, you have to pay a copay just like you have private health insurance. Wow. And a lot of people are on Medicaid because they don't have $35 for care. Oh my God, bro. But um, but let me see. It says overall, Medicaid enrollees will face other challenges since states will receive less federal funding for the program. This could force some states to eliminate certain benefits or tighten enrollment, among other altercations. Plus, many enrollees will face more paperwork and verification requirements, will make it much harder for some to apply and maintain their benefits. Yes, I know about the paperwork because I helped my mama with Medicaid, and every shit. I think every 2 years or something like that in her state, it's a pain in the ass. And then in her state, they require you to send in bank statements each, the last three bank statements. So they want to know whether she getting extra money, which is a fucking joke when you get one check a month in that Social Security. So like yeah, so basically it's gonna be worse than that. Yeah, it's already hard enough to get on Medicaid, especially in these red states. But good God Almighty, man. Um, and I'm not even eligible for Medicaid because they say I make too much money, which is insane. Like, yeah, I'm not homeless. I'm not, poor, but I'm not rich either. Like, God forbid, one or two paychecks away from being homeless is still a possibility. But let me continue. Uh, it says the bill will delay the implementation of some provision in two Biden administration rules aimed at steamrolling enrollment and renewing coverage. Um, it says nearly 12 million more people will be uninsured in 2034, with many of them losing coverage because of the Medicaid provision in the bill, according to a Congressional Budget Office analysis published Sunday. But more so, secret changes of the bill that the Senate ultimately passed. Um, And it says people who need help affording food, fewer will get it. So yeah, people will die of starvation because of this big beautiful bill by Donald Trump. Said more Americans who receive food stamps will have to work to keep their benefits. Again, same with Medicaid. Like it's a work requirement in my state, for example, which is Louisiana, that you have to work to be on food stamps. Okay, God. Um, the bill will broaden the existing work mandate to enrollees aged 55 to 64 and parents of children aged 14 and older, as well to veterans and former foster youth and people experiencing homelessness. Um, and it brings me to think of when Trump froze the government grants with food stamps on it. Like basically, he's kind of doing it again, but more in a strategic way through the power of the purse. Like, yeah. Um, Enrollees in a SNAP program, the formal name for food stamps, may also face other challenges. Many states will also have to cover part of the benefit costs for the first time and pay more of the administrative costs, which both of which may force them to tighten benefits, cut eligibility, or make other altercations, including potentially withdrawing for the from the safety net program. So basically, this saying like the states that basically have to cover more, in which states, especially my state and the state next to me to the east, like the two poorest states in the country, don't have enough money to basically give people. That's why they need the federal government to get benefits. So yeah, so more so a lot more people will be hungry in the coming months, man. It's just, but I ain't done yet. Um, Also, the growth of food stamp benefits will be limited in the future. Um, then the people on Obamacare, which Obamacare is a sham, is still a subsidy giving. That's crazy. Like Obamacare is a subsidy given to the private insurance agency. So yeah, it said Americans looking for coverage on the Obamacare exchanges could have a tougher time um, enrolling in plans and receiving federal subsidies to help pay for their premiums. The bill would increase verification requirements and would affect it in automatic re-enrollment. The CBO estimated that millions of people could lose their Obamacare coverage. And remember that stream I did when Christy Burke, she changed her name of her YouTube channel, by the way. I forgot what it is now. Remember she was at this, I think at this town hall, her representative, I forgot that damn woman name, that Karen bitch, um, was there and basically saying Obamacare wouldn't be touched. Remember, I think one of her voters or one of her people in her district came there and asked her like, "Hey, I was on cancer. I had cancer, and I had Obamacare, and you guys want to cut Obamacare. So will you cut Obamacare?" I doubt that bitch will come back to their district in Tennessee. I think Tennessee First Congressional District. I think. Um, I forgot that woman's name. But now I wonder how she gonna spend this. So basically, that woman will most likely lose her coverage, you know, because of this. So, which again, like I said, Obamacare ain't great either. It's not when you giving money to private insurance, but hey, it, I mean, it is what it is. But let me continue. Um, Now this is crazy. Now I'm not on neither of these three things. I'm not on Obamacare. I'm not on food stamps, and I'm not on Medicaid. They say we still may feel the cuts. It says just because you aren't on Medicaid doesn't mean your health care wouldn't be affected by the bill. Hospitals are warning that steep cuts to Medicaid will force some hospitals, particularly in rural locations, again like mine, to close their doors, limit services, or reduce staff. The real life consequences of these reductions will result in irreparable harm to access to care for all Americans. Rick Pollock, CEO of the American Hospital Association, wrote in a letter to Senators Sunday. The bill will also affect those who don't receive food stamps. A trade group for independent grocers warned that cutting federal support for the program could hurt local food retailers, which increase access to groceries, provide jobs, and help local economies, particularly in rural and underserved locations. Um, so basically, because when people are not shopping for food, the local distributors don't make money, so they can't pay staff. And then if you live in a rural hospital, if you live in a rural area where there's a little small hospital, or as they call them, general hospitals in my area, So basically, the hospital might close because when you cut Medicaid, the people, most likely the people on Medicaid live in those areas, they're not able to go to the doctor or get care. So, so yeah, when you don't get care, the hospital don't get any funding, or they cut funding for the hospitals. Again, part of this bill. So, oh boy, like shit finna hit the fan, man. Like, yeah, I think this is the spark. Um, and then this is a joke. He said state governments will have to pick up the slack. Oh God. State lawmakers will likely to have to make tough decisions since they will face massive reductions in federal support for Medicaid and food stamps. They will try to limit the cost of the program by cutting benefits and eligibility, but they might also decide to try to save money in other areas, such as the education infrastructure. So basically, because this bill, roads might not get paved, and Louisiana has a whole lot of fucking potholes everywhere. It's potholes everywhere, even on interstates, bro. Um, One time I come back from Texas, I was in Shreveport, I was on the interstate, and I thought I hit the pothole so hard I thought I damaged my suspension, my frame, or whatnot, man. Like it was bad. So basically, it might be more of that. You know, um, the bill will reduce the amount of taxes that the state and local governments can levy on providers, notably hospitals, which is a key source of funding for states. Also, it will require many states to start paying part of the food stamp benefits and shoulder more of the administration costs. So, yeah, if you're in a poor red state like I am, and the other state next to me, most likely cuts are coming. So, um, I wouldn't be surprised. Checking my mic quality here. Um, Make sure I'm not using my camera mic. So basically, you know, it, never mind. I'll save it. And it says taxpayers. This is the last one I want to read. I'm gonna have to get to the next story due to time. It says taxpayers might not notice the tax cut extensions. Many taxpayers will continue to benefit from the array of individual income tax cuts from the 2017 Trump tax package, though are set to expire at year's end. The current bill will permanently extend the essentially to all those tax breaks, including the lower individual rates and the doubling of the standard deduction. See, now this is deceiving because like this bill cuts taxes for the top 1%, obviously. So the bottom 90%, the bottom 99% will have to pay more in taxes. See how they see the first few lines was true, like oh that's true. See how they get you here and then they start try to manipulate the reader here. But let me continue. Um, it says, but those taxpayers may not notice this tax relief because it will be a continuation of provisions that have been placed since 2017 law was enacted. And it's something too like how these Democrats, like Biden got in, like he kept the Trump tax cuts, like just like Obama kept the Bush tax cuts. Man, that right there should tell you right there, like these motherfucking parties is no different from one another. I swear. Um, It says some, however, may benefit from the larger child tax credit and temporary increase in the cap on state and local tax deductions, as well as other new tax breaks in the bill. Households will see their taxes reduced by 2,900, 2,900 on average, according to a tax policy center analysis of the tax provision of the bill. But that figure varies widely depending on taxpayers' income. More on that later. So yeah, depending on how much you make. I'm pretty sure, yeah. If you on the lower end of the stick, you might not benefit from that tax break. So how they deceive you, they want you to continue to read. And this right here, I'm not gonna get this. It says senior citizens will get a temporary tax break. Um, yeah, I might. It says senior citizens will receive a $6,000 boost on their standard deduction from 2025 to 2028. The benefit will start to phase out for individuals with incomes of more than $75,000 and couples with incomes double that amount. So basically, yeah, like see, one thing though, if you notice that senior citizens are the ones that they give crumbs to mostly, because senior citizens are their biggest voting base. So yeah. And then I'm just gonna go through the rest of them. I'm not gonna read all this because it's gonna take me all day. It says people with student loans will see some big changes. So basically, that right there is Pell Grants. Like if you go into community college in my state, you go to a community college, the Pell Grant will cover your tuition for 2 years, which is a good thing. Like, I'm not gonna doubt that, but if since this big ugly bill passed, you might have to you might not get a Pell Grant, or you might have to come out of pocket, which a lot of people don't have. Um, or you might have to get a student loan privately. Who knows? Um, and it says um, uh, now this right here. I'm just going through this. That parents will get a bigger tax credit for each of their children. Yeah, but what happened to the $5,000 bonus? It just says here you get a tax credit up to 2,200 per kid. So yeah, man, like they want people to have more kids. I mean, I'm not surprised. Again, like 2,200, 2,200 per kid. I mean, that's still not enough. Um, like these motherfuckers don't know how much it costs to raise a child. Um, um, yeah. So I'm gonna end it right there, man. So yeah, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all get the gist of this. It's insane that so many people get fucked by this bill, man. This is why I'm saying that. That's why people don't need to fall for the the democratic socialist crap again. Like again, I hope he proved me wrong. Zoran, hope he proved me wrong. I'm not wishing him to fail, even though I know he's going to fail. But hey, you never know. He might do something good. But yeah, so yeah, man. This is why, like my comrades always say, we need to build mutual aid and dual power. Like we're the working class people. We're the ones that are gonna save ourselves, not our government, man. You see what the government doing? Like they don't give a shit about you. Like you're gonna be starving. You're gonna die because you don't have Medicaid. Like they don't care, man. So all right, man. Let me get to the next story. All right, guys. So the next story I got is from Al Jazeera. It says Iran president signs law suspending cooperation with the IAEA. So basically, Iran is going to build a nuke. I'm glad. It's sad to say I'm glad that a country is building a nuclear weapon, which you know what a nuclear weapon could do to the world. But because the United States and Israel was so colonized, so colonistic, just colonistic and so diabolical. Um, I'm all for it. Hey, like Israel could have nuclear weapons. The United States have nuclear weapons. I mean, why not? Why not Iran? Like they should have really been had a nuke at this point. But I have to give it to Iran, man. They have hella fight restraint. They have it. Um, like as soon as Trump pulled out the Iran nuclear deal, I would have built a nuke. Like that's a red flag. When somebody do something like that, like yeah, like they planning something, which led to Israel attacking Iran with ballistic missiles and Iran attacking back with force. Shout out to Iran. But yeah, it says Iran also considering an entry ban on IAEA chief Rafael Grossi after rejecting his proposal to visit nuclear sites. I mean, what's the point of visiting the sites for? Like, I'm not understand. Like, yeah, let me read it. It says Iran's president Mossad I botched his last name. I'm just gonna say Mossad has signed a law suspending cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency (IAEA) amid growing tensions among Tehran and the UN nuclear watchdog following Israeli and U.S. attacks on Iranian nuclear sites last month. Mossad promulgated the law suspending cooperation with the IAEA, Iranian state TV reported on Wednesday. It says the announcement comes a week after Iran's parliament passed legislation to suspend cooperation with the IAEA, citing Israel's June 13th surprise attack on Iran and later strikes by the U.S. on Iran nuclear facilities. According to the parliament resolution, the IAEA inspectors will not be um, allowed to visit nuclear sites without approval from Iran's Supreme National Security Council. It says during a daily briefing, the spokesperson for the United Nations Security General Antonio Guterres said the Iranian decision was obviously concerning. Um, of course, I mean, how is it concerning? Like, how is it concerning when Iran don't even have nuclear weapons? They have the uranium. Thank God they moved the uranium to another location. Like I think Iran kind of knew this was coming as soon as Israel started attacking them unprovokedly. But I mean provokedly. But yeah. Oh, it's concerning now that Iran don't want our sheepdogs. It's probably CIA. Um, probably Mossad and CIA agents looking at their shit. Like I don't blame them. Like why you think Iran says death to? Why you think the Houthi said death to America for? This is why. Like the people that just minding their own business getting harassed by people that always fucking with them. Um, I don't think the Secretary General has been very consistent with his call on Iran to cooperate with the IAEA, and frankly, for all countries to work closely with the IAEA on nuclear issues. Stephanie Durack told reporters in um, response to uh, Pesky, I can't say his name. Damn, y'all, I'm sorry. Formally enacting the suspension, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar urged European signatories of the 2015 nuclear deal to trigger the snapback mechanism and reinstate all UN sanctions on Iran. Um, the snapback set to expire in October was part of the nuclear record that collapsed after the United States withdrew in 2018. Iran began scaling back commitments a year later. U.S. Department U.S. Department of State spokesperson Tammy Bruce said the suspension was unacceptable and that Tehran must cooperate fully with the UN watchdog without further delay. It is worth repeating as we made tremendous strides to this the President Donald Trump's leadership. Iran cannot and will not have a nuclear weapon, she said. But you pull out the Iran nuclear deal like Iran was going along with it, you dumb idiot. What the hell going on out here? Like these people live in La La Land, man. You pull out the deal, like Iran had the IAEA inspecting their nuclear facilities. You had Tulsi Gabbard saying Iran was not building a nuclear weapon back in March, even though she revoked on it because she's a sheepdog to Trump now. Like, but like the United States attacked Iran near their nuclear sites. They didn't damage shit. The bunker buster bums didn't do shit. Um, like I just yeah. Um, let me continue. Germany said Iran's decision sends a disastrous signal. For a diplomatic solution, it is essential for Iran to work with the IAEA. German Foreign Ministry spokesperson Margies told reporters. The IAEA in a statement said it was awaiting further official information from Iran. Then it said since Israel launched its assault on Iran last month, Tehran was sharply criticized the IAEA. Iran's foreign minister earlier this week said IAEA chief Rafael Grossi was no longer welcome to the country. It said officials who have criticized Grossi over a June 12th resolution passed by the IAEA board accusing Tehran of non-compliance with its nuclear obligations. Iranian officials said the resolution was among the excuses for the Israeli attacks that began on June 13th and lasted for 12 days. Iran has also rejected a request from IAEA Chief Grossi to visit nuclear facilities bombed during the war. Um, so yeah, man, that's all I'm gonna read right there. You read the rest yourself. So yeah, man, my final thoughts on this is that kudos to Iran. I don't blame them. Like, what's the point? Like why the IAEA ain't going to Israel looking at their weapons? Why they always why are they fucking with why are they fucking with Iran for? I know why they doing it because the United States wants them to. Um, Israel can have nuclear weapons, but Iran can't. Like they don't. It never even made sense to me. Like you ain't even got to be a foreign policy nerd to understand that logic. Oh God, like see, I think too the amount of propaganda that's been spread about Iran in the Middle East, ever since after 9/11, like oh because the Houthi said death to America, which means Iran don't like America. It's not even like that. It's not even like that. But anyway, man, let me get to the next. All right, guys. So this is very, very, very disturbing and it's grotesque. This is from the AP. It says U.S. contractors say their colleagues are firing live ammo at Palestinians seeking food in Gaza. U.S. contractors now. And we all know that the Gaza humanitarian thing it's a Mossad slash CIA thing. It's not a real genuine humanitarian thing. Like y'all obviously know what's going on in Gaza with the aid thing. And then you hearing the fact that they're putting oxycodone in these people's flour. Like journalists on the ground, they took pictures of the oxycodone in the flour. And it turns out that the oxycodone makes them, more controllable. That's just to say. So, oh boy, I tell you, man, every day when it comes to what's going on in Gaza, it's always something new, bro. Like it's like it's coming to a point where you're losing track. But let me read this article. It says, um, and this is from Israel too, like Israel AP. It's American contractors guarding aid distribution sites in Gaza are using live ammunition and stun grenades as hungry Palestinians scramble for food, according to accounts and videos obtained by the AP. Two contractors speaking to the AP on condition of immunity, which it shouldn't be. Like we should know who these motherfuckers are that are contributing to doing this. But anyway, let me continue. Because they were revealing to their employers' internal operations, said that they are coming forward because they were disturbed about what's considered dangerous and irresponsible practices. Oh, so now you're coming forward. Like how long this been happening? And you've been a part of it. Oh, now, oh, my feelings. Oh, it's so disturbing what's going on, even though I'm part of it. Like, you didn't have to do this. Like you knew what you're doing, but now you're coming forward. Now after you realize that um, shooting unarmed people for no reason at all, even though you know they desperate, they hungry. Like these people are sick. They sick, man. They sick. They're sick. They said the security staff were hired or were often unqualified, unvetted, and heavily armed. It seemed to have an open license to do whatever they wish. They said their colleagues regularly lobbied stun grenades and pepper spray in the direction of the Palestinians. One contractor said bullets were fired in all directions, in the air, into the ground, and at times toward the Palestinians, recalling at least one instance where he thought someone was hit. Well, of course, you Janet jackass, when you shoot bullets in random places, it's going to hit things. Oh my God, man. Um, it says there are innocent people being hurt badly, needlessly. One the contractor said. He said American staff on the sites monitor these coming to seek food and document anyone considered suspicious. He said they share such information with the Israeli military. Videos provided by one of the contractors and taken at the sites show hundreds of Palestinians crowded towards metal gates, jostling for aid amid the sound of bullets, stun grenades, and the sting of pepper spray. Other videos include conversation between English-speaking men discussing how these the dispersed crowds and encouraging each other after bursts of gunfire. So basically, even though these people hear gunfire coming at them, they're still desperate enough to get aid. Like, how you could like read and look at this stuff on a daily basis and not just have all out hatred for Israel. Like, you know, I'm also tired of people like that are like these psychopaths that support Israel saying, "Oh, Bob Dylan saying some mean words like death to the IDF." Hell, he being nice. He's being nice. Death to the IDF it ain't as awful as stuff I want to say about Israel, and I can't say it on here because it's YouTube. And, uh, but here it is right here, guys. This is a video. Hear the bullets. And people still try to get aid, man. Wow. Just wow. The testimonies from the contractors combined the videos, internal reports, and text messages obtained by the AP offer a rare glimpse inside the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which again, the GHF is fake. It's a trap. The newly created secretive American organization backed by Israel to feed Gaza Strip's population. Oh God, I can't believe they said it like that. Like I think I don't like about corporate media. They always spin it around to make it seem like, oh, it's something good, which it's not. Like the AP, like everybody knows that this shit is fake, man. Come on, bro. Oh boy. Last month the U.S. government pledged $30 million for the group to continue operations. The first known U.S. donation to the group, whose other funding source remained opaque. Journalists have been unable to access the GHF sites located in Israeli military control zones. The AP cannot independently verify the contractor stories. Um, it's been verified by other articles. The spokesperson for Safe Reach Solutions, the logistics company contracted by the GHF, told the AP that they were having no serious injuries at. Oh God! Of course they gonna lie and saying that people haven't been. Oh my God! I can't believe this said. It says they have no serious injuries at any of their sites today. Oh my God, bro! I can't with these people. I can't, man. Hell has a special place for all of these motherfuckers, man. In shatter incidents, security professionals fire live rounds into the ground and away from civilians to get attention. Again, even if you fire a gun, it's still gonna hit something, bro. Okay. That happened in the early days at the height of desperation when crowd control measures were necessary for the safety and security of civilians. Also, they claiming that, because there's so many people ambushing their sites, no, we just fire guns in the air, which that's a lie. You aiming it straight at them people too. Like I see one little baby had, I think, a couple of rounds in their head because of that. It was at one of, I guess they were near the aid site. So that's a lie. Um, like they basically say, "Oh no, we just aiming it in the air," and people believe this shit, bro. And they believe this shit. And then it says here, it says aid operations controversial. Gaza's more than 2 million Palestinians, it's less than that now, are living through a catastrophic humanitarian crisis since Hamas. Oh God, I ain't reading this shit. I'm sick. I'm sick of this shit. I'm so sick. It's, man. This is why I go to Al Jazeera, which is wonky too, but they're better than hell better than these other sites, and I go to one of the weeks. They keep bringing up this shit. Oh, since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7th. Oh man, God. I'm gonna skip that part. Um, it says for 2.5 months before GHF's opening in May, Israel blocked all food, water, and medicine from entering Gaza, claiming Hamas was stealing the aid being transported. That's a lie. Oh God, these people just fucking liars, bro. Being transported under the pre-existing system coordinated by the UN. It now wants GHF to replace that UN system. The UN said Gaza aid operation do not involve armed guards. Which, why you need somebody armed? Sorry, y'all. Why you need somebody armed to give aid to people like that? That right there don't make any sense. Just hella red flags, man. Um, I'm gonna read a little bit. Then I'm gonna move to the next story. It says, um, 57,000 Palestinian Gaza have been killed since the war erupted. Oh God, that's an undercount. Oh God, I can't, man. I know this is not by the Gaza Health Ministry. This is some Israel shit. Um, According to the Territory Health Ministry, um, does not distinguish between civilians and militants. Oh God. So yeah, man, I'm done. Like, this is from the AP. AP will be the least toxic of the mainstream platform, but this is just as bad. Like, and these two U.S. contractors should expose themselves because are they are complicit in this Holocaust as well. And it's not a genocide anymore. We used to pass the word genocide. This is a Holocaust. It's a Holocaust, man. Oh man, I wish these countries that ally with the Palestinians do some type of military intervention, man. Like, something has to happen. Like, this can't continue because, like, then you got Trump out there saying, Gazans, they hadn't they've been suffering long enough, which he just gave Israel money and weapons a week ago. See, this is why I advocate for a guillotine at this point. Like, you need a guillotine for some of these people. And you can put you can imagine yourself what the guillotine does. I can't say that on here, so all right, guys, on to the next story. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, so I got a few tweets here I want to share with y'all before I head out. This is from um Adam Media. um Now this ain't surprising. Like I kind of knew the BBC's coverage on Israel has been, pro-Israel. I mean, hell, not just the BBC, really all of mainstream media. Yeah, you have mainstream medias. They try to steer the fence. Like, yeah, the Palestinians going through a little bit excessive. A little bit extreme. But come on, man, let's just keep it 100. But I'm gonna read this tweet. It says, "Breaking: Over 100 BBC staff has signed a letter declaring they're being forced to do PR for Israel. This is one of the biggest scandals in Western journalism of our time." Then it said, "Fuck the BBC, you will be remembered as participants in genocide." So yeah, man. I'm not surprised by this. You just felt like, yeah, like, then the BBC what really gave it off is when Bob Dylan, I guess they were showing one of his concerts, and then he did the song "Death to the IDF," and then I think they cut it off or something like that. Like, yeah, like, come on, man, if you're doing PR for Israel, you don't want anything negative about the Israel military or the people, the Israelis or or BB and the other fucking dictating psychopath. No, you don't want that. So, um, but yeah, but I got another one to show y'all. I got really a couple more. Um, this is from the AP again. The people I just covered. Oh God. This is to my black people, man. I got something to say about this too as well. It says the Department of Homeland Security said Friday that it's terminating protected temporary protected status for Haitians effective on September 2nd. Barbara G has already been in business since decline as many clients with uncertain immigration status have lost jobs and can't afford haircuts. So I'm finna play this video. Yeah, it's coming to video too, just a minute. So here we go.
Mte atan ke TPS nan bien peut-être ki yo te desen nan dat la. Kom li te 18 mois, yo te desen il y a 12 mois. Mpase ke TPS nan li te ka, dat la te ka vin pi ba toujou. E kom la te ka vin pi ou non sens. Kote ki an pil moun te ka vin, yo te ka pa ka fel, men quand même te bon option te ka bon option pour ta fel. Et pas couper le tap couper, c'est samedi atan. Mson mwen gabe sur TPS. C'est pour 2 septembre ça qui me concerne. Mais moi, me concerne, pas de problème. Le fait que 2 septembre, je m'a dit que tu pays à Méconia. 2 septembre, qui était.
So yeah, but my thing is this, is that see all the black people out there that thinks that black Americans, I have to be specific, Haitians are black too, but the black Americans that don't care about the immigrants, that say that they ain't affecting me, hey, some of the immigrants are racist, man. Like they don't like black people. Like, first of all, um, once this TPS ends September 2nd, you know what they're gonna do. They're gonna deport the Haitians too, and they're gonna deport some of our asses. You know what I mean? They might deport my ass. They might think I'm Haitian. Because the ICE agents couldn't even tell Native Americans from Hispanic folks. So yeah, like, you need to start caring about this shit. Stop being the white supremacist plantation and shit. Some of you black folk, man, I'm sick of that shit, man. Telling y'all, man, that shit it creams my corn, man. I swear.
Le pays à tout, qui côté que yo voye moi-même. Tourner dans le pays, je connais le pays pas. Mais si le pays me dit bon, parce que moi-même qui jeune à l'âge moyen là de nos jours, parce que je suis dans l'autre pays, ou même qui a un business pour cap fonctionner. Ou te penser pour avancer pour pile. Pendant que tu as ça, je dis, ou passer misère. Au commencement, il va être facile, elle commence à prendre. On va venir dans mi-temps. Pendant le venir dans mi-temps, comme ça, tout effort que tu as là, il faut que tu fasses aucun effort. Il faut que tu aies toujours chita ou t'attends. Ou venir donner à zéro.
So yeah. Basically he's saying like, hey, I have a country to go back to, but it's so destabilized, thanks to the United States. It's the reason why Haiti is the way it is. Then you see why immigrants come to this country. Same in Central and South America too. Like, to the people that don't want immigrants to come here, well, tell your government that to stop putting sanctions and lift the blockades on these countries, then they won't come here. And anyway, whether they come here or not, I don't care. I welcome everybody to come here. I'm for all open borders. I say this time and time again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, like, hell, I'm going by the Bible. You know, the Bible said, "Welcome all foreigners." So, hey, welcome all foreigners, right? So yeah, man, so yeah, black people, you better wake up. You better wake up, man. I'm telling y'all, man, you better wake up. Stop being on the white supremacist plantation. Get off that plantation, man. Start building solidarity with these people, man. Wow, one or two people been racist towards you. Whoop these freaking dudes. So, oh wow, one person is racist, doesn't make all of them racist? Like, no, it don't. It don't. So, all right, man. One last thing, cause I gotta go in a few minutes. Shout out to my boy Rome. If y'all don't know what's going on, Nick. Um, damn, I forgot that dude's name. He was a former MMA fighter, I guess, and now he has a podcast, and you know how the left is, right? But the online left, man, the purity test on the left is just it's out of this world, man. And they love calling people out their name too. But yeah, Rome did this video. Let me share my screen right quick. Um, Let me see. Share my screen. Um, Cause I debate talking about this, but I think this needs to be talked about. Um, Rome right here, he says that someone called Nick and me grifters, liars, and grifters, which is a damn lie because everything that Rome and Nick said, they always broke it down with facts. And second of all, grifters, like if Rome, like some people literally said that Rome, the money he gets, he take it and spend it on himself. Like Rome, if you follow Rome on Twitter, like I have over the last few years, like when Rome do drives and tour for the poor and stuff like that, he always shows receipts of what he bought. Rome has a paper trail of everything. Rome shows how many diapers he had. This is his other Twitter account. His other one got nuked. Like he shows pictures of all the diapers he bought. Like, I mean, what more do you want the dude to do? Like, I mean, the people that calling him a grifter, like, they ain't doing what the fuck they doing? They ain't doing shit. They just online, just, just causing fucking chaos and calamity. That's all they doing. And Nick does mutual aid too. He has a chapter in Kansas City. He do stuff too. And then they got a mutual aid event with the Black Panthers and the Black Panther Cubs or something like that at Fred Hampton's at the Hampton House in Chicago in a couple of weeks. So they liars and grifters. I don't understand. And then I've been helping them, raise money too because like you got to have money, unfortunately, because we live in a capitalist system to hold these type of events. So like you need the manpower, you need the money, you need the transportation. Like this shit costs money. Like where do we get the money from without mutual aid? So yeah, I'm finna play this video, man. Like these people get on my damn nerves. This is why I don't communicate with these people. I think I know who you're talking about. I think the person that called them liars and grifters, I think they was in a group chat I was in not too long ago. And I'm glad they left. Like in these group chats on Twitter too, man. Like most of these group chats, these people just spread lies and deceit about people. I just ain't got time for that. But anyway, let me get to this video, man. Rome, he cooked in this, so here we go.
Now that I'm back at the library, something I've been working very hard on for the last couple of years, it reminds me of this interaction I just had on Twitter with two quote-unquote communists who were calling me and Nick liars and grifters.
You know one thing too about people, like the people that cause trouble, they always say they on the left, they communists, they read theory, they do all these things that makes them a communist, I guess. But the craziest thing is that they don't build a library, they don't do tour for the poor, they don't make a news show spreading truth to power like Nick does on a daily basis. They don't do none of this stuff, but all they have time to do is be on goddamn Twitter all day No life. They have no life. These people have no life, man. They have no life. This is all they do, man. Spreading lies, calling Rome and Nick grifters and liars. Like I said, Rome has a paper trail of everything he buys for these events. I know who you're talking about, by the way, too. I'm not going to even mention their name because I don't want to give these people more clout. And I hope they see this video so they can block me on Twitter, too. So here we go.
One of them said Detroit don't need a library focused around socialism and communism for the simple fact that Detroit...
But wait, did Rome say that the person that called him a liar and grifter, did he say they was a communist? So wait, a communist saying a city don't need a library spreading communism. Yeah, this person sounds like a fed and a op. He totally do.
Detroit Public Library right now has books on socialism and communism. The other one said we're liars and grifters because Detroit have unions. We have the UAW. We built, we made the weekend in the workforce. And all that tells me is, nigga, we gave you niggas enough. How dare you try to build more for your people?
First of all, everybody isn't in a union. Okay, a union is okay. I mean, even the unions could be fluffy too. I mean, like the union leaders and shit, they could be in lockstep with the corporation, with the corporations and shit like that. Like we know that, but again, it's like everybody's not in a union, and then on top of that, like everybody don't work at Chrysler and Ford, and like a lot of people work at other jobs. Like most likely those jobs don't have unions. So wait, you telling me that Rome can't help people? So Rome shouldn't help people in Detroit because Detroit has a lot of union jobs. What? That's the dumbest shit. And I'm telling you, Rome and other people, they interact with these losers on Twitter all day. I can't do it. I can't. I can't, man. I can't. I lose. I crash out on them, man. That's what they want you to do. That's why they say the shit. They say they want you to give them traction, which I don't want to give them traction. But let me continue, man. Holy shit.
How dare you try to be a teacher? How dare you try to be a leader? Because in the same breath that they condemn me for wanting to do better for my community, they go and advocate for the Democratic Party. You see where I'm going with this?
That right there. That's why I say they ops. That right there. That right there. Cosplaying as communists. They're not communists, man. They're not communists. They that's their job, man. Their job is to dismantle the left. The little left we got. The left really doesn't exist. Let's just keep it 100. The Western left is so broken beyond repair. But yeah, they plants, man. Like this is why you gotta be careful who you really fuck with in these circles because because you don't know who you talking to, man. Trust me.
See where I'm going with this? So I'm a grifter for wanting to build a library for my community who don't have one. Not in the hood, not on 6 Mile. But Democrats aren't grifters for taking your money every fucking year, promising you things that they can't deliver or won't deliver, even if they have the power to do it. They're going to blame it on somebody else. Why they can't get these done. No. It's just...
So wait. Exactly. Like Democrats, like they ask for donations. Like I still get, that's crazy because of Bernie Sanders and AOC. Yeah, I know I donated to him. I was so stupid back then. But I still get emails asking people to donate, which the Democrat, but I mean, once you give them that money, they don't take that money and do mutual aid with it. Like the library is mutual aid. Like Rome, like he has computers in there. He has books in there. I think he has a kitchen there too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has a, yeah. Like he like the library is just more than a place to read and learn about communism. Like it's other things too. Like this man been working on this library for 2 years. He probably would be done with it if he first of all hadn't went to jail over bullshit, which I still think those charges were bullshit. I'm glad one of those charges got dropped. And second of all, it's like when you like you know like when he had people to help him do it, but like the manpower it takes to build a library is hard. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, oh jeez, man. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, when he said yeah, when he said that, yeah. Yeah, and they're online too, talking this shit. Yeah, they Democrats.
Just goes to show all of these so-called comrades, all of these so-called communists, these motherfuckers who claim to be leftists, they're not. And once you break through,
Yeah, most of these motherfuckers got helmets, sickles in their bios and shit. Like, oh my god, bro, I can't, I can't, man. I can't with these people. I have a lot of issues going on in my life personally, and the last motherfucking thing I need is these rando losers online that haven't been to the bare minimum, haven't been to a protest in their life, haven't gave somebody mutual, haven't done mutual aid for somebody in their life, haven't even talked to somebody about communism, since he knows so much about it apparently. But all you got time to do, again, like I said, is harass the guy that's actually doing the work. There's a lot of people online that say, hey, I don't agree with everything Rome says, but he does the work, and that says a lot. Even the people that don't agree with Rome says, hey, I don't agree, but he does a lot. So let me continue.
all that bullshit, and you try to build your own party, you know what I'm saying, your own infrastructure and shit like that, and you don't need them, and they can't use you for their propaganda anymore. They're gonna do whatever it takes to shit on you. They're gonna call you a liar, but I take it. I am a liar. I lied about liking a lot of you motherfuckers for years on end. I lied about liking you motherfuckers. I put up with you guys for fucking years. With Bernie Sanders and all that shit. AOC, all that shit. I put up with acting like liking you guys for a long time.
Me too, man. I feel the same way. A lot of these people online, like, you know, I you just know something's up with them, but you just put up with them. You tolerate them, like something just off. You just have that feeling, like some of these people online, like they're disingenuous as fuck. But um, hey, I'm a, since they're a comrade, which I don't like using these terms either, comrades and all. It's hard to trust people, man. Like so many people I followed, I was in group chats with, I fuck with. I thought they were trustworthy. I thought they were nice. Like a couple of them, y'all probably know because I brought them up on my Twitter. By the way, um, I just at some point in time, like you know, like what they say, you fuck up the first time, shame on them. Second time, do it again, shame on me. Mostly shame on me because I should have cut these people off from the jump. I should have been like cut them off. But now, I know better. See, I think you have to learn. A lot of times you have to, like in high school too, if you use the analogy when, like they say, when you start high school, you have a whole lot of friends and stuff like that. Then when senior year comes, you only have one or two friends. Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. Only a few people that I really trust, especially online. Like I can tell them something important and they won't tell nobody or they won't screen cap my messages. It's just a lot of sick shit going on, man. It really is. But let me let Ron
So
continue.
yes, I'm a liar on that. But grifter, that's a fucking reach. Because I've been out here on the streets. You can probably ask your neighbors about me. Like, but we're gonna continue to do what it do. Like, if I had $1 million, this library would have been up. It would have been running. A lot of people want to say, "Where's your library, Ron? Where's the library? Where's the library?" Nigga, I ain't Dr. Umar. I ain't Dr. Umar.
You gotta have money, guys. You gotta understand something. Like, Rome, he been raising money in stages, like too. Like, and then like I said, like then he had a couple of legal troubles early, a few months back. So like it takes time to build stuff. Like he, like again, like we live in a capitalist system. Like, you know, like you gotta have the manpower, you gotta have the money, you gotta have the time to do stuff. Like, yeah, if Rome had the money, the library would have been open. You gotta a lot of people just don't get it, man.
Building is open. It's open. I just don't want too many people in here. As you can see, I still got a little bit more work to do. Still got to work.
Yeah, it looks almost done. Yeah, he's right. You gotta finish it up, man. You gotta make sure it's safe. You know, jeez Louise.
Work on the bathroom, basements, and shit like that. If I had money, this would have been you know what I'm saying, a home run. But I'm working with the community and I'm working with what I got. So there's only so much I can do with the little time that I do have. But I do appreciate everybody that has been here with me, that, you know, kept this and held this shit down. You know, I had multiple people from throughout the communities, other cities come through, help me fix the stage, fix the ceilings, lights, and all that shit. This is community service. You know what I'm saying? This is mutual aid at its finest, my nigga. Don't get it twisted. Don't
Yep.
get it twisted. Y'all just mad because y'all can't use me for your propaganda no more. I won't uplift these politicians that y'all put in front of my face and tell me to, you know, lie to the people about them and about their intent. I'm not lying for politicians anymore. I'm dying to tell the truth. That's it. So, yeah, if you out here, you doing your damn thing, don't.
Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let him finish. He almost done. Yeah, like see, the problem is that a lot of these people on the left, see, they want the cake and eat it too. See, like same with me. Like when I call out Zoram, I'm dummy. Like I said that you know, he's gonna disappoint y'all. Like y'all falling for the same shit again. Some people lost their shit when I said that. Rome said the same thing I said. Like, hey, like these politicians ain't gonna do shit for you. Like you gonna have to do shit on your own. Like we gotta come together, not on our own. We gotta come together and do shit on our own. That's all he's saying. Good God Almighty.
Never let these liberals get in your motherfucking way. Don't let them talk down on you. Do what you do. Keep up the good work, man. Especially all my young kids out there like CJ, you know, Maya, Renee, all the young communists right here today. Y'all make the world a better place. Y'all make the world a better place, and this world is yours. Do what you will with it. That's all.
So yeah, man, that's wrong right there. Very informative video he made, man. Like, yeah, man, like these losers online, man, they're not worth your time. You know, really all this shit. To be honest with you, man, it just in a distraction. You know, instead of Rome trying to finish the library up, trying to get it open, he had to come out and make a video like that. Same with me. Like I made videos coming out on these losers myself. You know, that's what they want me to do. That's what they wanted, and I fell for that trap. Now, I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't want to make another video calling out some random loser, calling me and Liz, aka Top Peasant, grifters. You know, because you know she, for example, trying to move to another state, which requires money. Like, you know, you ain't gonna like. Never mind, I ain't gonna get into it. But you know, anyway, I'm glad you know Liz made it, and thank you guys again for donating to her. You know, Spot Fund and Cash App. Like, um, you know, and you know one thing, Liz is not. You know, when people that call her a grifter, like Liz don't even like to promote it. Like she said it herself one time. Like, you know, she rather for somebody else to do it. That's a close comrade. That's why I do it for her. So yeah. So all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure as hell have. Again, shameless plugs before I go. Um, follow the ATP Network Twitter account on the bottom of your thing right there. The handle is at ATP Network 247. Also, too, guys, let's get the ATP Network Twitter account to 100 followers on Twitter, man. That'd be dope. I know. I'm trying to find somebody to run it for us. Just basically just promote it when we're live and stuff like that. And also too, like the video, it's free. It don't cost you nothing. Um, Follow us on, if you're watching this on Twitter, I highly recommend y'all go to YouTube and remember to watch it because Twitter is glitchy and, you might not get notifications when I go live. So, and also too, go to GazaFunds.com, help out the Palestinians as much as you can, you know, and don't hear all the noise out there saying that these fundraisers is scams and all that stuff, man. I ain't got time for that either. People telling me, oh, this person said this about this. I don't got time to argue with people over this. My thing is this: either you're gonna go to GazaForums.com, promote these people's stuff, or you just gonna shut the fuck up. Like, I mean, you got two options. Like, people do stuff that I don't agree with. I don't make tweets about it saying, "Oh, this is a scam, man. You should be doing." I don't do that. Do as you wish. I promote it because I have people. I have comrades that run this Gaza Funds as well. Um, like maybe I had to say I'm not affiliated with Gaza Funds. Like Gaza Funds, they tell me to promote this. I promote it under my own recognizance. So yeah, Gaza Funds, I come in. Do something right for once. So all right, y'all. That wraps up the show. Thank you guys so much for watching the Good Faith Show. Andre Moore signing out. Have a good one. Yeah. Fuck Benjamin and Yahoo. Fuck them. And death to the IDF as well.